Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share this beautiful card that I made. I was working on making my own backgrounds. This card is using the Altenew Japanese Camellia layering die for this, and then some florals or some foliage stamps and a Spellbinders embossing folder for the background. It's pretty easy to make. It goes together relatively quickly, but I think it's really effective. So let me show you how it's made. We're going to start by making the background. Now on this one, I will tell you, I had some little pink flowers. I was trying to use some pink flowers on there. Don't like those. So I'm not going to use the flower stamps this time. I'm going to take those off, but I am going to use the foliage stamps. And these leaf stamps are some old Crafter's Companion stamps that I have. This is a sheet of, the card is 5 by 6.5. And so this piece of card is just about 4 3/4, just under 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. And I did the foliage in just kind of a random pattern. Wasn't trying to get it in any particular direction. Well, I've got it all kind of towards the middle, but I wasn't trying to get any particular look. I was just essentially kind of trying to create a background pattern. So we just sort of do it, put them on there randomly. And you do have to do it in multiple passes. So I used quick dry inks, and I used a combination of Frosty Jade, and actually I used Spa Blue. So I think I might just do all of it in Frosty Jade this time. It's going to show up better. And this cardstock is a textured linen card. But I don't care if the pattern is perfectly stamped. So see how it's a little bit mottled because of the textured cardstock? That's fine. I don't care. I'm good with that. And then we're just going to kind of move these around. I'm not going to worry too much about pattern right here because I'm going to have other things in there. Sometimes it's nice to just create your own background papers. You don't have to always use patterned paper. The trick to stamping too on creating your own pattern on the paper is to have some of your images sort of coming off the page so they're not a complete stamp. That will help it look less I don't know what the right word is. It'll make it look a little more random if you have some things kind of coming off the page. And you don't want them in a row. Just kind of, somehow a random pattern is probably one of the hardest things to stamp. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, once you've got your background stamped, I'm going to run it through with this Spellbinders embossing folder. It's a 3D embossing folder that's just foliage. It's just leaves. And I really like this pattern for the embossing folder. Just make sure again that you've got your printed pattern on the side that goes in. So if you're rubbing your finger against it, your fingernail goes down because the raised side is going to push up and push into the card. So this is the emboss side. The other side would be the deboss side. And just, if you care where the pattern is, get it arranged where you want it. And I'm going to run that through. You can see there's just a little bit of cracking. I got one too many shims, I think, in there. But it's okay because my floral element's going to go there. My sentiment's going to go across there. So I don't think it's going to show up too much, and it's not too bad. So I'm not going to worry about it. So we're going to go ahead and mat that with some solid green cardstock and then put that on my 5 by 6.5 inch card base. And now I'm going to work on my flowers. I'm just going to set that to the side. And now I cut my flowers out of just this light pink cardstock. And I'm going to do a little bit of inking just in the middle with some water reactive. This is Spectrum Noir Harmony Water Reactive Pink Tulip. And I'm just going to basically ink and darken those centers. I don't want them too dark because I want it to stand out from the background paper color, but I like to deepen the centers so that the petals separate from each other. Now these flowers, this is the Altenew Japanese Camellia, and it's got the keyhole system. So you can see they've got little shaped holes and the shapes are different for each flower. It makes putting these flowers together so easy. This one I am going to shape before I put it together. It's easier to do before you build the flower. I'm just kind of rolling, almost like when you were curling ribbon, and then bending the edges up. Now you can see the difference between a flower that I've shaped the petals on and one that I have not. See how flat that is and how dimensional this one looks? So I'm going to try and shape this. Like I said, it's a whole lot easier to do before you put together, but you can do it afterwards. You just have to be careful, because I don't want to rip any of those petals off. I got some foliage, and now let's put our card together. So on this one, I used a piece of ribbon and then the darker pink. Didn't love that. I mean, it's fine, but I think I'm going to like this better. So I just stamped on the lighter pink. This is the same pink as that flowers, and I'm just going to glue that on there and skip the ribbon. And I think I'm going to like that better. So the green piece of cardstock is 4 inches by 1 inch. And then this one is 3 3/4 by 3/4. I'm just going to put that on there, but I'm going to put that on with some dimension. So let me put my flowers on. I've got my trusty 3D Collal glue gel. This is why I love my 3D glue gel, because I can lift my flowers and slide those leaves in, move them around. Gives you lots of wiggle time, so you can get things right where you want it. And there we go, all done. Like I said, it goes together pretty quick, but it looks really effective. So thanks for watching.